Now, it is the end of China's 8-day Golden Week holiday, which celebrates both China's National Day and Mid-Autumn Festival.
Transport authorities report there were a record-breaking 2.4 billion trips made. That's an increase of over 6% from last year.
The money made at box offices for films screened during Golden Week hit over $250 million. The domestic war film, The Volunteers, Peace at Last, took the most.
Zhang is the president and chief economist at Pinpoint Asset Management.
It is very important. It's the second most important holiday in terms of the length of the holiday and, how much people spend during the holiday and travel to other cities. And the good thing about the data points is that, number one, is a high frequency, so we know what happens right after the holiday. And we have a lot of breakdowns in terms of, hotels or restaurants, those kind of spending data. The other thing is that quality of the data is also very good, that this measurement of, how many people travel to each places and how much money they spend, I think they are not estimated. These are actually collected, very accurate data.
And let's just drill down into that, because as you say, we're seeing travellers opting for cheaper hotels or zero-cost destinations like visiting parks and museums, cultural sites. What's driving this shift in consumption habits?
Yeah, this is actually a trend that has been happening, I would say, even during COVID and continued after COVID, that we've seen this trend of what we call consumption downgrade for some of the households in China. I think part of that is driven by the slowdown in the property sector, that property prices coming down, that has a negative wealth effect on many of the households, because properties, that's probably the most important part of household wealth. So that hurt the consumer sentiment. That's probably the key reason why they're holding back.
But why hasn't the stronger stock market translated into higher household spending?
I think it is already helping on some of the items. I was told that some of the luxury goods actually sales numbers recently improved compared to first half of the year. But luxury goods only account for a small part of the overall consumption, and the overall consumption is driven by the overall household wealth, and which is predominantly housing, property, and rather than stocks, right? So it's helping part of the consumption basket, but not the whole basket.
Your next answer is going to be seized upon by finance ministers around the world. How do you fix and improve consumer confidence? I mean, what needs to be done to encourage spending?
Yeah, I think it takes time. Part of the solution could come from government policies to continue to support consumption, particularly helping the labor market. Hopefully, down the road, that the unemployment rate will come down so that people's outlook for their future income stabilize. That would help to boost consumption, make the households more confident. The other part, I think, is equally important, is the stabilization of the property price. The property price has been falling for 4 years by now, and I think sometime down the road it will stabilize, and then it will translate into better sentiment related to households' wealth effect, and then better outlook for future wealth, and then consumption pattern hopefully would stabilize together with it.